All right, everyone, we'll go ahead and open up some questions for Jasmine. Please raise your hands. And I'll call on you. Jackie?
All right. Hi, Jasmine. Just giving you a heads up that this is not game related at all. I'm here because I wanted to ask you a little bit about the award that you won. I mean, I looked back and I got this email 5 days ago. And so something that, I want to do in my coverage is really try to report on and highlight the service work that you guys do. So with that in mind, sorry for the context. So first things first, what did it mean to you to receive this award? What was your first reaction?
I mean, it means a lot. I had received the award before and contributed to KGAL a couple of years ago. And this is a new organization that I've been working with more geared toward the youth and really providing them resources so that they can get active in basketball and stay involved in basketball. So for me, it's special. It gives us an opportunity to reach a wider audience and share the work that we're doing so that they can, get more awareness and get more support from other areas outside of this Virginia area. So it was really important just to have that opportunity to showcase them and give them $5,000 to help them, run their programs.
Wonderful. I appreciate that. I also wanted to ask you, if you could provide some insight as to how the work you've done is really absolutely a part of the league's social justice portfolio, along the lines of this idea that public health and health is very much so a part of social justice.
The work that I do with the KGAL Cancer Fund in health equity and just raising awareness for the underserved communities with cancer diagnosis, where Black and brown women are diagnosed at a higher rate and they catch their cancers later, and therefore not having access to preventative care have a more difficult time with it. So we're really shedding light on that, and the more that we can, get more research and provide more support for them, the better. And then with Sharing Shoes, kind of a similar thing. It's the Black and brown communities that are at a disadvantage, that are affected by, not having the resources and the love and the respect that they deserve. So really just using our platforms to keep shedding that light and do the work, not just talk about the work, but actually do the work and be part of making that difference.
I love that. And the final one for me, and then I'll let everyone have at it at this game. I'm curious if you could give me some background info on how you first started service. Why is this so important to you?
I think it always has been, even when I was younger, just from my parents, giving back to the communities that I grew up playing in, that, gave to me, and never forgetting where I came from. And, I'm somebody that benefited from those resources, benefited from people helping, benefited from people understanding our circumstance. So now I'm in a position to really make an impact. And I think, from my AAU days through high school and just, mentoring, staying as close as I can to, different players or different organizations growing up has just followed me into my pro career. And now I actually have the financial resources to do what I want. So I'm always going to continue to give back for sure.
That's lovely. Congratulations on the award.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you, humoring or not humoring me with me, but answering.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Everyone have at it at the game.
Next, we'll go to Christy.
Hey, Jasmine.
There's my girl. What's up?
Hey. Oh my gosh. It's going to be hard for me to shift because I'm so proud of you. I just wanted to say that and everything that you're doing, both on and off the court, but most importantly off the court, especially being from the DMV. And we might need to talk about the Sharing Shoes initiative. Like, I just came about that idea in my head while you were talking about it. So I digress. I won't hold everybody. Okay. So, but with the game, you all are coming into this one on an 8-game win streak. Mm-hmm. Over the streak, what has worked well for the team, or what have you seen kind of continue to evolve and grow and build into this 8-game win streak for you guys?
I think our defense is the obvious. We really talk about being relentless on defense, playing off of each other, taking pride in our one-on-one and just being long and locked in. When you're playing these games back to back to back, shots aren't always going to go in, might not always have the energy you want for offense, but we're really focused on always having it there on the defensive end. And I mean, Bree Jones, I think she's been a very big consistent in these last few games, which is really nice to see her get back into a groove. But our style of play is the same. We're just really trying to get back to being hungry. You can get a little exhausted along the way, and we've had some time to regroup and have those conversations about, we're at the top. We have to play with an edge and really stay focused on the goal that we've set for ourselves, is to not lose that spot.
Right. And with this game, the complexion of it, just looking at it statistically, obviously you guys are attacking in the paint, and that's not just put the ball into a post player, right? That's like getting to the rim, getting into the painted area. But for Washington, a lot of their offense comes from the outside. So it's like an inside outside battle that we're looking at.
Yes.
What kinds of keys are you looking to focus in on tonight against the Mystics?
They have super talented players. They really can spread you out. And like you said, it's a balanced attack for them. They can pound it, but they also put up a good amount of threes and have some great shooters. So for us, it's always our principle is to guard the paint first. So really just being able to start in and play out and know personnel and make good decisions in the moment. But always for us, it's going to be to defend that paint first.
Mm-hmm. And having John Quell back, this is my last one.
Yeah.
Having John Quell back in the lineup this year, obviously, I know she was just coming back when you all played DC at the end of June, but having her back in the lineup, what does that feel like for you, just to be reacclimated with her skill set and now how she's playing?
It gives us huge confidence. She's a significant person on this team for her energy, for her leadership, and obviously for her game. That speaks for itself. So just, having her here and being able to be more versatile, put her in different places, have her play off the dribble, have her, spread the floor, catch and shoot, and clean up missed shots. That's what she does. She's a great offensive rebounder, and she just affects every area of the game for us offensively and defensively. So having her there just gives us that confidence and that power.
Awesome. I love it. And we have to catch up tonight, hopefully somewhere.
We will.
I'll find you. I'm going to find
you. Right.
Thanks.
Alexa?
Hey, Jazz. Hope you're doing well.
Hey,
I have some questions about the game. One actually goes back to the last game. Kurt had mentioned that even though you guys got the win, that the locker room just wasn't totally satisfied, just knowing that you guys can do better and that you'll need to do better if you want to win a championship. So I'm curious if that's something that you feel like is a new energy that's been brought out this season, I guess maybe compared to other years. I know one of the things he always talks about is bringing in the likes of a Dewana and a Bree January, having won championships before. That adds, a different kind of pedigree to your group. So I'm curious, just that hunger that you mentioned, I think in one of your other answers too, how that's continuing to drive you guys this season.
Yeah, DB and Breejan definitely bring that championship culture to our locker room. You hear it in the conversations, you see it in the way that they play, and that's a significant piece of it. And then just all of us really being focused on that goal. We've had them who have won, and we have so many of us who have come close enough that carry that bitter feeling where we are just determined to really sacrifice it all and do whatever we can to get it done. So I think it is a different energy this year than I've felt in the past, and I'm excited about it. I think that constant reminder that we haven't peaked yet. We still have a lot to, get better at and be more consistent on, but we're trending in the right direction. And, it's just staying focused on the little things and not getting too far ahead of ourselves. Right now we have DC, and that's all we're focused on. It's just this one game at a time.
And when it comes to DC specifically, I know Elena was listed as questionable going into the game. I'm sure you guys are preparing to see her on the court regardless. So from what you've seen from her in her few games back so far, how does she change what the Mystics are able to do? And how do you look to contain her?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, even though we're opponents, it's always great to see players get back healthy and get back on the court. So, you know, it would be great to see her play tonight. Not sure if she will or not, but just in seeing her since she's been back, just seeing her get back into a rhythm. You know, she's dynamic for their team as far as being able to spread the floor. It's a mismatch problem. So seeing her be put in some of those scenarios, and you can tell she's just feeling her way back into it, but she's someone you don't want to let get comfortable.
That's for sure. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Thank you, Jazz, and good luck tonight.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jazz. Thanks,
Yep. Thank you,
everyone.
everybody.
Thanks, Annette.
Welcome.